A very merry, happy holidays to you all. This is going to be a rather short week on content, but to make up for the 2 Rob's Godzilla Room Reviews episodes you didn't get last week, this week you're getting 3. We're going to finish off the Marmot arc, and we're going to get into the next major arc of figures that we'll be talking about. But you'll find that out on Friday. Anyway, today we were talking about the Marmot Vinyl Paradise Godzilla 1962 figure. He's charcoal black, metallic green, and silver, and he's kind of wonky. Yeah, look at that. He looks kind of wonky. But we're not here to talk about this figure's shortcomings. We're here to talk about just how badass he is.
Oh, yes, Godzilla, the camera loves you.
So as you can see, we've got this very tree bark-esque looking detail on the skin, which I'd say pretty much matches up with what Godzilla was looking like at the time. We've got metallic green, and we've got a very dark charcoal black as the 2 base colors for the figure. And in all honesty, he looks pretty dang great. And I really like the patchy application of the green and black. I mean, it's obvious that black is the base color of this figure, but the way that the greens were applied, it doesn't make it feel like it was solely made with black vinyl, you know what I mean? Like, let's do a quick little profile shot of this guy. God, he looks wonky from the front. Yeah, one thing I really like about the Marmot figures is that the color really varies on them. They vary from figure to figure. I mean, with some figures, it looks like they have the different coats of paint in the same places. You know, arms, side of the tail, top of the head, little bit on the stomach, some on the back. You know, when it comes to the crazy colored ones. And this guy pretty much fits that bill. We've got a golden eye, we've got some silver teeth, got some nice detail along the lips over here. And taking a closer look at his face, you can see he's got that really strong brow above his eyes. He's got his little pug nose. And you're going to get some pretty dang good detail on his head too. You can even see the beginnings of his dorsal plates. Moving down to his chest area, we can see this somewhat foggy effect on his chest that he has. It's green and it's black, but the green is very faded and it almost looks translucent in some angles. I mean, obviously you're not looking through the figure, but I think it just looks really cool. It kind of morphs into this silvery gray looking color. And as you can see, he's got silver paint on his fingernails, and something that I really love about that is just the way that they were painted. It looks like the green and the silver are almost the same color. They kind of just mold together. That and the metallic-y mint green really looks nice on this guy. Same on the opposite arm as well, only this guy looks like he's got a little bit more silver than green. Moving further down to this guy's crotch region and his stumpy tree trunk legs, we can see more of that foggy green paint application, as well as more of the metallic green paint application on his legs. Really digging the silver paint on the toenails, though it is not as well blended as it is on the hands. You know, here you can obviously tell where one ends and the other begins. And this is also a very prime example of just how random and uneven the paint job is on these Marmot figures. Not in a bad way, and in a good way. His foot over here mostly has that metallic green on the top of his foot towards his middle toe. Meanwhile, on this figure, he's got a pretty wide spread of green on the top of his foot, but also on the top of his 2 toes and not so much on this one. Again, I like that. It makes these figures unique. Here's the side of his leg, and as you can see, we've got metallic paint, we've got charcoal black paint. Same for the other side as well. In fact, yeah, I think this side has more metallic green than the other side does. See what I'm saying? All right, taking a look at his stumpy tail, as per Marmot usual, the silver paint is going to end at the base of the tail, and then the base color of the figure is what the dorsal plates are going to be colored, so they're black. And it is like that on both sides, but I really love this metallic green streak that they used on this guy's tail. Looks nice, really helps it pop more. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, but this row of dorsal plates looks like it's just black. But on this side, they've got more of a green tint to them. Am I going crazy? No, wow, I never noticed that before. This row has more of a green tint to them than this. Of course, that could be chalked up to just a messy paint job, but still, who cares? All right, and now looking at this boy's dorsal plates, they're not the most crazy looking dorsal plates that I've seen on a Marmot figure, but just the fact that they're this very loud tinfoil silver, it really breaks the figure up, and in all honesty, makes it look a lot better. Like if these were all green, it'd kind of feel blah. Now there is detail on the dorsal plates. You're not going to get anything crazy, but it's got this very crackly handmade look to them. And as you can see, it is all silver, even the back portion. Alright, I've gushed enough about paint and detail. Let's get into articulation. So, his arms can go all the way around, but like the 1955 figure, I really don't want to push the arms all the way around because I don't want him to lose any of the silver on his nails. Ugh. So, the arms can go back about that far. If you really don't care about the paint on your figure's fingernails, then by all means, push it. Ugh. His tree trunk legs, though, depending on where you have the arms, can, in fact, go all the way around. Like a 1-pound rigatoni. Jesus. Ugh. And his stumpy tail with some coaxing. Oh, wow, look at that shiny black. Ugh. Can go all the way around as well. Now, before I forget, like I did last time, as you can see, there is writing on his foot. It's nothing crazy. I mean, like I can see Godzilla and I can see Toho there. I really don't know what the rest of this is. But this foot is much more interesting because it says Marmit in 1997. Now, I don't know if this figure itself is from 1997 or if the mold is from 1997. I'm pretty sure this is a reissue, but if this actually is from 1997, that's pretty crazy, no? And that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the Marmot Vinyl Paradise Godzilla 1962 figure. He's wonky, he's got an interesting paint job, but if you decide to pick this guy up, I think he'll be an instant eye-catcher in your collection. Depending on how many Marmot figures you have, you know, Marmot figures can get really nuts with their paint jobs. But anyway, I will see you lot tomorrow with the finale of the Marmot arc. We are not leaving the year 1962 because the final one I'll be talking about is yet another Godzilla 1962 design. In fact, the final figure that I'll be talking about for the Marmot arc, I've actually already done a video on, but he's definitely in need of a remake, so yeah. I'll see you all tomorrow with another Marmot Godzilla 1962 figure. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.